and react to a few things and the happenings that are happening in our Patriotic Front Party, in our Republic of Zambia. At the onset, I wish to categorically state that the wars besieging the Patriotic Front have not been sponsored or orchestrated by the ruling United Party for National Development, as it been alleged by some faction within the PF and their cohorts who wants to convey the tenets of intra-party democracy to push agendas that are not supported by provisions of the party's constitution. On this one, I just want to underscore and reaffirm that no one is being sponsored by State House, no one is being sponsored by the United Party for National Development. Therefore, I want to categorically, I wanted that to speak to that from the onset. Secondly, you members of the press, you are aware and you have been informing our country, beloved country Zambia, that the only PF party president of the Patriotic Front is Honorable Miles Sampa. So this has to be very categorical. I know yesterday there was drama to my former president, sixth president of the Republic of Zambia, Mr. Edgar Chawinga, that he has come out of retirement and he wants to come back. And he has come back, and his statements, which he was quoted, and I quote, that he was elected in 2021 to take the mandate of the Patriotic Front till 2026. But maybe, with the due respect to His Excellency, my former President of the Republic of Zambia, maybe the memory is slowly going down. I understand him very well, because when you have too many advisors, sometimes you become an advisee. So we don't know who is the advisor and who is the advisee. He resigned, and he wrote to Secretary to Cabinet that he has resigned out of politics. And the constitution of the PF is very, very clear and categorical. It was not made by us. It was made and was a party to making and formulating these laws of the Patriot Front and being a lawyer. And it's very straightforward. And again, also, the advisors of my beloved former president did not advise him that there was an SI from the Ministry of Home Affairs and Internal Security, which states that within any person who has resigned from a position of a leader of a party must receive his decision within 30 days. My former president, I don't know whether it's 30 days. I don't know whether it's 30 days. I don't want to go much there, because the Secretary General of the party, the Patriotic Front, Mr. Mona, yesterday made a statement. We are not refusing for our president to come, but he has to start from a word, unfortunately. He needs to start at the word, then he starts coming back. Just like the way President Miles Sampa did when he went away. By the time he was being readmitted, he was given 3 years, but he had to humble himself, behaved well, and that's why himself, President Edgar Lungu, thought it fit that Miles Sampa should be reinstated even before 3 years, because he behaved well. We don't know where he's going to sit because Miles Sampa is already in the city. We don't know where he's coming to sit. Sometimes my former president amazes me. Sometimes my president, he surprises me. Mr. President, the Miles Sampa faction, now the current, it is in public domain. I don't know, even you, when you are journalist, actually I must state this very straightforward and clearly on this meeting and press briefing, that from today onwards, you should not even be addressing to say, this faction, this faction. You'll be cited for contempt. Because you know by law, go to Register of Societies. If you find any Edgar Lungu, if you find any Nakachida, if you find any Chawinga, if you find any given opinion, it is done and dusted. We all have one patriotic front party led by Honorable Miles Sampa. I'll tell you something. They have been saying, you know, that the conference who attended, they were junkies, they were what? Maybe the memory of my president and the team, my former president of the party, Mr. Edgar Chawinga, he has forgotten. When we were in Kabwe and I was one of the orchestrators, I was one of the kingpin. Maybe he has forgotten that we are even carrying people from intercity. We are delegates. Why was able to challenge that they were junkies? And the same purported junkies made him to be in the State House. People were picked from different bus stations. And the goodness about the Patriotic Front as a party, there is no card carrying member. So how do you prove that this is not a member or a member? I don't want to talk much about that because the matters are in court. But I wanted to just re-emphasize this point to say this is the status quo. I pity on my president. If he lost, we lost elections when it was the mighty Patriotic Front, strong, beating up people, thuggish kind of arrangement, and they had the power and the money. But to tell them what now? I'm really, I mean the advisors, Your Excellency, please sir, with due respect, those are the people that are surrounding you, and you could see how cowards, and that's how cowardice people are. When we were saying, we were against the slogan of Wale, other people are saying, no, they are forcing him. Did you see yourselves? I was not there, yourselves, you saw it. The same people who says, we are not cowards. They were busy, the one who were busy holding you with shoulders. Welcome back, sir. Welcome back, sir. Mr. President, we have come back because they are broke. They need your connection and the money. They will run away from you. We know these people. I also further wish to assert that, contrary to the perception that have been bought by the UPND, it is the opposite, and it's not really true. Me, as Robert Chawinga, have my own independent decisions. If they are claiming that I've been bought by State House, when we were fighting battles for him, to President to come in 2015, when we were orchestrating the same way, because remember, it is the same tactic that we used in 2015 to block Miles Sampa, and it's the same tactic that has been used to hammer them. How much did you pay me, Mr. President? And your minions, how much did you pay me in 2015? How much? Come out in the open, you come and say, amongst you guys, come and say, we paid Chawinga this much and this much. Never, not even a single way. But when we won the elections, after winning the elections, some of us, what we were paid for was scandalized. I was scandalized left, right, center, because now I know. It was yesterday when I was thinking why I was scandalized. It's because I think I was a threat, even at that particular time when I was fighting the battles. It is so funny. Look at the peace and tranquility that has been in the country for the past 2 years. When we talk about realities, it's not about, look, it's a different thing. Truth to be told, what we are trying to do in the patriotic front is rebelling, not rebranding. Because if you say rebranding, the same people that were hated by people for us to be kicked out, they are the same people who are in front and singing the song and dancing. Hey, I'm wearing a what kind of wearing up? Number one, to start a favor man. When you are saying, you see, there are so many ways to remove a snake from the hole. When the snake has gone into the hole, then it draws itself round. Put diesel, it will come out. And we did like that with Miles Sampa. I want to give kudos to Miles Sampa for putting that diesel to make sure that President Lungu has come out and surfaced to say, I'm starting the game. I don't know where, I don't know how. I just want to urge, we have lost in this country the Inspector General of Police. There are rules here in this country. We want to urge the Inspector General of Police that whoever shall have a meeting in the name of the Patriotic Front other than Miles Sampa and his Secretary General, they must be arrested. We don't want anarchy and we don't want confusion. That's why you saw yesterday, it was a very peaceful mood even at the funeral memorial service of our late President Michael Chifasata. May he so rest in peace. Not that because we respect President Michael Sata, we would have gone there and there would have been confusion. But we don't belong to parties of confusion. As we believe in using the pen and the paper and the brain. That's it. The rest flows. If you want time ago, when people have to be fighting in the funerals, and you can imagine, we should even be having morals. In Sokerebuntu, Kuchililo, Kumanda. In my finger, in my Tumbuka language, we call it zero. You go and you go and address the people, campaign at the funeral, at the graveyard. It's an abomination. Serious abomination. But we respected President Michael Sata, and that's why we could not go there. And that's why we are cool and calm. And I want to tell you this, you people, it has been going around circles. Of course, it's not me who appointed myself. I here have been appointed as the incoming leader of the opposition. And they're busy planning to say, no, you will never sit Pampando in parliament. Watch the space. That is not the parliament of given Rubinda. That is not the parliament of Rafa Nakachinga. That is not the parliament for the same former President Lungu that has come. Others were even threatening. I've heard a lot of threatenings. No, Tulepaya, who will kill. Yes, you can kill me, but I will die a hero at the end of the day. And you will never sleep. But what I will tell you is that come we meet on the table in the ring. Technical knockout. You are gone. You are finished. The political place not we cannot go and judge. And we just want to advise everybody throughout the country who are well-meaning patriotic front members. We are not removing, our duty is not to remove anybody. To our left, to make a order. To be able to tufunyeko bakachinda amakruksi tufunyeko bagibe ruminda na mwandu wansala na pressure echo barela namona. I'm very calm aba wambalanda very calmly, relaxed, nicely. We don't find we know they don't let them issues. Don't talk with emotions, because you always make bad mistakes. So I thought I should clarify those matters. My political disposition towards the ruling UPND is driven by the resolve to work with the ruling party on account of its tested leadership to deliver to the expectation of the Zambians. Now, when I resolved that I'll support the president, Hakainde Chilema, to work, there are a lot of things, but that does not mean that I cannot do checks and balances. All what we are saying is, can we have credible checks and balances with solutions in a sober way? So bright, because Zambians are interested to hear about the difficult economic situations that are in the country at the moment. The question is, how can we sort out these problems together as a team? There's an executive. There's the judicial and there's the registration. I belong to the registration. And that I belong to the legislature, I am bound and responsible to help the citizenry of this great Republic of Zambia to do proper checks and balances. If the UPND government has made a mistake, we should tell them on that mistake. It's not check. Sometimes I get embarrassed. Our parliament is, people now are even, it's like we're learning stuff. People have to walk out of parliament. People have to create a havoc on the floor of the house to say those are politics. That's only fashioned. Discuss on the floor of the house. If the UPND are failing to do what is supposed to be done, we need to deal with it on the floor of the house, not anywhere else. To save our Mushida. When I helped them, was I bought? I was not bought. Kalemba kwa mechi. And I don't know, when he says he has come out of retirement, he has checked his surrounding very well. Because it's very important to check. You know why I'm sitting here and talking to you freely, nicely? I don't have scandals. No scandals. Because they would have brought a lot of scandals. But meanwhile, I'm very smooth. Not even in toilet, not even in Chimbusu. I never, from 2015 to 2021, not even a single. Now I don't know where he's checked himself. I'm just thinking, if I was President Hakainde Chilema, who was not given a chance to campaign, who was blocked left, right, and center, who was arrested day in and day night. Unless President Hakainde Chilema has become a pastor and not a politician, unless he has become Jesus Christ, And unless President Kalemba has forgotten what he passed through, then you are long like a freelance, free range of movements. Oh my God. Because there are a lot of scandals. There are a lot of scandals. And I want to urge and advise my colleagues from the churches. Some of them have been misleading him. They have been misleading him that not to or something during PF that what read the attend. Now I'll tell you, in the elevation that which you give carelessly, because you know that tomorrow you have some money. But if the money you have had, worked for it at that end, you spend it responsibly. So, our colleagues, we should not sell the country because of money. And you can see how many people were there that have been chanting slogan, Kalemba. Kudia. But we must tell them that they have been asking us, no, State House is funding. Which State House is funding us? If they never funded anybody, they fund us. Did they fund us? They were bragging the other time on a commercial transaction, which was a pure commercial transaction between the courts and the Post newspaper. They started claiming, if it was a post, they were bragging. But that was a commercial transaction. And I refused personally that this matter should not be politicized. I was manager recoveries and operations. And I said, this company should not be politicized. And we don't want State House here. That's how principled I am. And I made sure that it was that. And it was done that way. But Miles Sampa, I'll tell you, when they announced that 28th we need to be in green, if Miles Sampa did pull a move on that day, the convention would have been yesterday and they would have elected somebody. And I pity my colleagues like my older brother, Leonard, in whom I have a lot of belief, and is I admire him. Mundubile Brian, to be just dealt with. They used him. First, you need to look at first the credibility of the people and how content they can be. They collect money from people to say, no, we are now on nominations. People started paying 200,000. There were 9 candidates. As the time was going on, President Lungu said, how can they take to support Mundubile? Bamba to support Mundubile, no sell Mundubile, Bamba to Mundubile, popular. When it was becoming popular, and the popular said, no. Your Excellency, this guy, we need to kick him out. Mundubile was kicked out. Even when they are saying, no, Chawinga is replacing Mundubile as the top opposition, they orchestrated to kick him out and replace him with another person. I'm shocked. Yesterday is being VIP in this country. Are those kind of leaders that you want in future who are cowards? Then they can easily sell out. They can easily sell out. Walongo, my president, people just want money from you. I've advised you left, right, and center. If you are heeding to my advice, now it's too late. Time is gone. There's PF and its leadership. It's a goal. Go to court. The goodness will go to court. So I repeat, and don't come and ask me the question to say the other faction. There's no faction, one about PF. Others are masqueraders. And if they continue to talk about it, we are writing a letter to the Inspector General of Police by tomorrow. Whoever is masquerading has to be arrested. And we're not joking. We are serious about it. We need to save. They chased a lot of people from the party. They frustrated a lot of people from the party. I'm telling you, people have, even my colleagues, members of parliament. Parliament is doing the processes. Let's just work to serve the people. If you think you can't work with Miles Sampa, unfortunately, I don't know, you have 3 years to go. You end up being finished in your constituency. Who come for you in your constituency? Who come and campaign for you properly? and become unpopular. Be objective, sit home. Sit home, don't just follow blindly. President Lungu enjoyed 7 years as president. You can imagine how greedy people can be. The person who formed the party, Michael Sampa, is rest in peace. He served the country for 3 years. Basically, he served the property for 1 year because the other 2 years, his health was deteriorating. And you are given the mantle of the silver platter. You ran for president for 7 years. Really? With all the enjoyment, then you will come to the Papa. Sir, you need integrity, Mr. President. Unfortunately, abantu balami tukabalami sula. Sir, with due respect, balami sula bakalamba. Remember that the same people, when you go for the rallies, alewe na kwa popando. Batu na ya 1.8 million to from someone who never even campaigned. Are you sure? You come back. The same people that ate money. How much money did you spend? Too much money by the same people. They will tell you I've spent this money when they are putting money in their pockets. To be given Luwinda. I think you have observed, members of the press, that when I was suspended with my 2 other colleagues, 4 other colleagues rather, Honorable Davis Chama as the chairman, Honorable Miles Sampa, now president of the Patriotic Front, properly elected, properly, smooth transition, no amapanga. You saw the first time of the convention without any machetes, without any guns, very smooth. Ask the Melikawe, you are journalists, some of you, did you have a ballot box in the Melikawe? But for people, you saw there wasn't ballot papers and the returning officer smooth declaration. There was something that there was no legitimacy. Which legitimacy? They suspended me when I was still. I have a letter to appear before the disciplinary committee, and in that letter, which was written and signed by George's son, the chairperson for the committee, they indicated, and I quote, that you are at liberty to bring your witnesses to the hearing. In this case, I proposed to them, I wrote this back to say I want to bring my witnesses from my constituency, which is Mafinga district, and Mafinga constituency, which is 1,013 kilometers. And I told them I needed to put logistics together. As I was putting logistics together, I was appearing before. I was told the central committee is discussing you to be suspended. Great men of laws. The former Justice Minister of the Republic of Zambia, Bagiven Rwinda, to suspend me when he had matters, and he has matters in court, which he ignored. 2 matters of court, the third one is contempt. Honorable Miles Sampa took them to court. Him and the Honorable Rwinda and Honorable Chawinga, they were taken to court for being illegal. And that matter is before Judge Kalemba. There was also even subsequently a contempt. And the same people who is illegal come to suspend me, who won elections in Mafinga, and they represent me very well. the people of Mafinga. And development is moving at a supersonic speed because of having good skills to lobby, not his haughty. Development has come. The children that were sitting on the floor, now they are sitting on their desks. The children that were paying 150 kwacha is free education. The schools that were grass thatched, we have put up proper 1 by 3 classroom blocks. The hospitals that were not operationalized, they are operational. They never have mortuaries, they have mortuaries. In 2 years, what did we do, President Lungu, in 7 years, the people of Mafinga? Tell me, if anything, when you brag about the 2 hospitals, the one hospital which was funded by the Ministry of Health, it had dramas of where to put it. And it is because you saw it that I was too strong on the ground. One of the vice president by then, Madam Chawinga, called me that what made you to be popular in Mafinga, and I told them that I promised the people this. And that's why that's why we were forced to come and put the second hospital there. That second hospital never had a house, never had nothing inside. By the way, some of you, the journalists, you think I just came from the blues. No, this is Chawinga. Jim Kum is a politician. I've been in the game for quite a long time. Some people never be. You have to remember that when you were the by-election in 2006, those who remember, in 2006 in Kanyama, when the lady, Madam Princess Katini winner, was there. I was the campaign manager appointed by President Muhammad. At a very young age, I'm not coming just from the blues, I'm a strategist, proper strategist. I never used to be talking. Now I've been forced to talk. Even in 2020, let me tell you the media. What made me popular in Mafinga? I started going there in 2013. The person who sent me there, may he rest in peace, is President Michael Sampa. When there was only President of Ghana in Mchinga province, there was only one MMD seat in Mchinga province. And people were scared to go to Mafinga. I told President Michael Sampa. At that particular time, I was identified when I brought in, I was the campaign manager and the chief planner for the George Kunda, Howard. When George Kunda just died. And when I won the PF of the whole machineries, and the GPM was defense minister, when Guy Scott was vice president, they came with all the machineries. They even blocked us to buy fuel from Serenge, they blocked us to buy fuel from Kushi, they blocked us, that's a PF. Blocked us to buy fuel from Serenge and Kapini respectively. Name one man. Don't just give me how, but I managed to make sure that we had fuel in our camp. It is the time when President Sata, when he came there, he just noticed that the seat has gone. And he said, you have spent a lot of money, but this is a boy, what tonight? That's when I identified me. And that's when I went to the field. So, I made the party in Mafinga, did the structures with my own money, with my own energy. 2015, helped President Lungu. We orchestrated what we did, orchestration, to help this man. After I killed an animal, people shared positions. Asking him, how many times when I was president, did I enter State House? Asking him, you journalists actually was calling on these former civil private secretaries to say, well, how many times did Chawinga come to State House? From 2015 to 2021. I only went to State House under the invitation of President Hakainde Hichilema. That was my first time that going. But the party that I fought for, never, because I was a threat. I see you, I'm checking. All of you, you must remember Na wose mwaba kandile mwana shunguruke ba ekita n'umwimwe mwebegi. Then ufira na wose mwaba kutuka kwa tina kapanga. This government also is too slow. Too slow. I've never seen. President Church, this is not a church. These are politics. A church is a church. These are politics. Your Excellency, can the systems be activated? Those who have cases, can they be acquitted or go to jail? If they don't have cases, let them acquit them so that we know that this one is clean. Those who have issues, we need to see them that this are great men so that we split it, because they will still be talking too much. No, we are men of excellence. Jackie Mwimbu, we are the Minister of Home Affairs and Internal Security, and with your team, Bagafumba, don't sleep. This is not change. PS Matero, too much sleeping. Inspector General Police, wake up. This country has to be governed. Because you know, crooks will gang up on the ground because they want to protect themselves. That's how crooks operate. And they'll find the money because they have fellow crooks somewhere. They'll find the money because they want to be saved. They'll put in their money because they're crooks. I'm not inciting anything. I'm just saying, let's wake up. Your Excellency President, it's not change. We know you're an elder. But this is not separating Sabbath and the running of the country. But let's have a talk about more crooks. So I wanted to tell you like that when I was talking about myself. And then they come to suspend me. If you ask them what did the Honorable Chawinga do, they'll never give you an answer. They'll just tell you it's indiscipline. Jumping on the aircraft with the President in the HM is indiscipline. Does the HH own the aircraft? I jumped in the Zambia Air Force plane. I did not, which belongs to the government of the Republic of Zambia. And taxpayers' money. The whole fuel, the whole pilots, everybody. And it's my judgment. You want me to come and jump on the aircraft when I'm dead, when I'm being taken to my finger to say the state funeral? No, I need to enjoy it now. It's part of my entitlement. I need to enjoy it. Then why should you tell me that I'm in discipline? I am not in discipline. The only thing is that people were just scared. No, the economy is bad. That's why people want to come. They come to come and fix it. Oh my God. You journalists are educated, very educated people, in whom we believe in. You know that the economy was more in the people's pockets than in the country. From 2011, when NMD left, the GDP was $22 billion. 2021, when the PF, we were kicked out, the GDP dropped from $22 billion to $18 billion. Our colleagues, just 2 years, GDP has gone. Figures are there. It's not about joking. You journalists, you know this thing. 2 years is $28 billion GDP. You surely, you can't appreciate? You can't appreciate? Really? Yes, we know the economic situation is about Chawinga. Yes, the minimum prices are very high. And yes, as I take as leader of the opposition next week, those are the matters that we'll be discussing on the floor of the House to make sure that we help the government reduce the minimum price. And I'm taking over as leader of the opposition. I'm not refusing it. Who can refuse that kind of an honor? It's an honor. Thank you, President Miles Sampa. I'm so grateful for the confidence. And I'll tell you that I shall represent you very well in Parliament. If it's possible, I will be one of the first youngest leader of the opposition Zambia has ever produced from 1964. It will be so nice and so sweet to help run and be a contributing person to this country, Zambia. This is what we need as a country. So, the main issue is that we don't have two beefs. journalists, when you see this faction, we are checking usuli on your individual capacity. They are not factions. One and one PF. Balungu started addressing them. I don't know whether it will be IBEX party or Nakachinda party or given the company, associates, whatever it is. Patriotic Front president is my Miles Sampa. And even as we speak, why should we be saying, no, we are being fed? Is in Angola for the conference. We believe in networking. We believe in networking. No, Chawinga is the one who is orchestrating, who is working with the system. I'm PF, how can I work with the system? I'm PF. How can I work with the system? How? I'm PF. No, he's working with UPND, he's leaking information from it's them like the Rafa Nakachinda of this world. The Rafa Nakachinda is wherever he goes, he has a very bad test. Wherever he goes, there's confusion. Did you see when he was in the MMD, when he was brought in by Kalemba, that the MMD had confusion? Maybe you've forgotten. He was one of the factions, never Simumba and Mutati. Mutati realized, this chapel can take you to the grave. I'm from Ashara. Check. In the history of Zambia, the shortest serving minister, Zambia has ever produced. Because of confusion. And also, he has got a bad spirit. Wherever he goes, he has got a bad spirit that follows him. People need to be honest and straight in your dealings. People trust you in your dealings. And I wonder that is Pastor Rafa Nakachinda. Which kind of a pastor is? My wife is a pastor and reverend. Very smooth. That's why I speak my mind. Because I sleep with the Holy Spirit. Even when they are saying some of them, no, but I was being threatened. By saying, no, if I want to wherever I sleep, what I eat, I'm covered in the blood of Jesus. Because my wife always prays for me. But it's hard work for you if you have a very bad spirit that follows you every day. Wherever you go, the bad confusion will follow you. That's why you see, when there was not Secretary General, there was no confusion. Immediately was put the Secretary General, confusion begins. It's gone. I know you are watching. You have done and dusted. It's history. The only thing is you need to comply with us. And you need to follow the rules and regulations of us and the Constitution. The Constitution of the Patriotic Front is what will govern us. We shall not be governed by individuals who are crooked and yesterday we were being addressed as optimists. Mr. President, are you sure we're optimists? When we helped you and you never gave us anything, our optimists, did we come to ask for anything from you, sir? Mr. President, tell me, go and have the press conference, Chawinga, I gave you this and this and this and be honest, Mr. President. Are we optimists? Oh, come on. Miles Sampa was the Deputy Minister of Finance. But you issue. You know what? Now, if you live with a madman, for 2 minutes, out of 10 things, you'll be able to speak good things which are 6 and pick them. But if you just concentrate on this issue, you'll be done and dusted. At the moment, Miles Sampa is president of the Patriotic Front. As I summarize, I just wish to state that all the Patriotic Front members that were suspended, the Patriotic Front members that were ran away because of injustices, all those who ran away because of greediness, all those who are in position who were suspended, I'm so grateful that I'm talking like this freely because my president, Miles Sampa, lifted my suspension. So I am a free man. That's why I can say I can talk free. Please come on board. Miles Sampa has just come to do the rebirth, not rebranding. Rebranding, no, you need to change, you need to rebrand. Same people, same crooks. There are women fought to defend themselves. In parliament, were being insulted. You thieves, you thieves. And we're asking our colleagues who are there, can we defend you? They are attacking us, that were thieves. That's were newcomers. Tell us, what did we steal? And some of the members of parliament there, you know what should happen? They write for you. Can you ask for this? So, some of us who have independent minds, we have never succumbed to that. People of Mafika send me to parliament to come and speak. I cannot speak on what somebody has written on my behalf. Then I'm useless. That's why I'm not a coward, and I'll never be one. So please, I want to take the opportunity that all the members, there is no hijacking whatsoever that has been hijacked. Not at all. And you could even see yourselves yesterday. The widow of the late President Miles Sampa, she never even attended their function there. Because I think she had sensed something to say, hey, they would have taken an opportunity that they were even being supported. Can you go and make an announcement? Now I just support a press conference like this, my color, that was addressing the media. Anyway, not to command and say, no, so that's a matter of what it tomorrow, I want to listen to Badi, I tell Badi Baba, I want to Monabafio, number to Basu, that won't be fuel, what won't be fuel, na pen, na paper, and the brain. We think a lot. Even now, we are thinking. Whatever schemes you are planning to scheme, we are 10 steps ahead. We are very advanced. That's why even Mr. Kalemba could not catch me. Always, when I start something, I'm 10 steps ahead. The time you are thinking it's step number 2, even all of you who are saying, no, post cannot finish, this is credible. Because this country, I'll tell you, this country, you believe more powerful than the people other than the fishing. The people believed so much that Mr. Fred Membe was the greatest. Mr. Fred Membe was a real man of excellence with integrity. Which integrity? Ask me. You must ask me properly what if I found any integrity there with my brother Yosimo. There was no integrity there. Just even now, no integrity. There's no integrity issues. President Church were even seeing integrity. Because now, State House standard has been elevated to a certain level. Business transactions that used to happen at State House, you can't go with a transaction at State House now. No. You were there. I don't want to mention you here. Transactions, let us come State House. 2 and 4. No. We can take. Now, look at the integrity of President Tuma. Man. I can't get it. They do the transactions in the parent and not be a change. You'll be arrested. Hey, integrity, what more integrity do you need? What integrity do you want to something? And by the way, I'm a journalist. Gavani, the press conference, you must check yourself. She went to Chawinga. Because we be very careful. You must know which money, because certain monies are spells and it can haunt you for the rest of your life. You will just put that money in the pocket because you are going poverty. Get clean money. Don't just say that to them. Get clean money. So I thought I should speak, and we shall continue speaking. I end here and allow questions. Ask me as much questions as you can. Let me be taking 3 at a go. I'm ready.
So, colleagues from the media, those that have got questions, like Honorable Member said, you'll be taking 3 at a go. So just raise up your hand. I'll come to where you are. Okay.
Morning, Honorable.
Good morning, sir.
Godwin Lungu from Mozambique. I only have one question for you regarding the same convention that you had. I understand that the constitution of the PF states that the Secretary General of the party is supposed to call for the convention when there is no president. And then Honorable Davis Chawinga resigned, and there was no Secretary General. Hence, the only person who was supposed to call for the convention was the chairperson, who was a suspended chairperson, Honorable Davis Chawinga, who called for that convention that you had at Bush International Conference Center.
Okay. Another question? Okay. Maybe you can address the question.
Thank you very much. First and foremost, I will respond it this way, Mr. Logo. I will respond it this way. Number one, you have stated that the chairperson was suspended. I don't want to go too much in depth because I might preempt of the submission that will be before the courts of law. But in summary, I want to state that when there's such kind of a crisis, what were the crisis? And that crisis would have allowed the criminals, crooks, to come and take over. You must look for a convener. So the convener was available to handle such kind of a situation because as at now, we are going to have a crisis. Because everybody that was behind the scenes, they're not legal. And this is why I'll tell you, they started checking goalposts. Look, you journalists, you were told that the convention shall be held around June. If you remember very well, that was sometime last year. And people started preparing themselves. Candidates were invited. 9 candidates were available. Asked them to contribute the money. Nomination fees. Money was collected. This reminds me, we are one of the first matters that we are following up is where is the money? Because even that money that these members contributed, the aspiring candidates, has been chewed. They've eaten it. 1.8 billion. It has grown legs. It has grown legs with the people who have integrity, who follows the law, who are law-abiding citizens, who believe in democracy. They have chewed the money. It is gone. And we have written to KPMG to do a forensic audit for the Patriot Front. The past leadership that was there to check how the money was used in the last 5 years. In addition to that, when we contributed that money, they called to members of parliament to say, can you contribute towards the holding of the constitutional review? Find the money and we can organize this. What did we do? We contributed, each member of parliament were contributing 3,000 kwacha. 58 members of parliament times 3,000. No constitutional review conference was done. Integrity people who follows the law, people of integrity have chosen the 3,000 kwacha. It has gone down. We talk about it, you have to be suspended. Those are the people that want to come back in power. Who are claiming, because when you want power, there must be some good surrounding around you. You need to be clean in a way. That's what happened. No, we shall have a convention. In July, we shall have a convention. No, we changed. We shall have a convention in October. Do you know what they did? They wrote through the structures up to the word that each person who is in the word executive committee. Everybody in the word executive committee. was asked to contribute 50 kwacha. We need to sacrifice. When they were eating 2015 to 2021, Mafinga leadership from the constituency, the district, never received any funding from the PF. Ask them. When we lost power, we have lost in Mafinga about 5 district and constituency officials. I've been burying them personally. And as I speak, I've been taking care of their families. No PF. And they want us to be clapping. No, Mafinga, kindly, can you do ABCD? We need to sacrifice. When it comes to eating, they want to be themselves. Are you sure? You were in power for 7 years? Some of the people are begging money. By the way, you are giving some relatives that you are doing safekeeping of $400,000. When a world official in Africa is suffering. If we had the money, and if President Lungu loved the Patriotic Front, he was the former president, why did you organize the $6 million for the convention? How much is $6 million? $300,000. If they were using other relatives to keep $400,000, we saw some monies which were being kept by someone in the mid-high millions of what? Why not he giving us $6 million? He's the former president. Where is the money going to come from now? He has come back, he wants to do, we shall have the convention. And I'm told tomorrow they want to hold the central committee. I don't know which central committee meeting they will be holding. President Lungu and everybody who is chairing that meeting, you just be arrested. You will be very shocked for the rest of your life, and you will regret. Someone says you are following blindly. Is it done up to you? So that is the situation. Mafinga from 2011, nothing. That benefited nothing. If you look at the party officials, it's a strong sign. You see me, I talk like this because I know what people have suffered in Mafinga. I want to be clapping. Yeah, there's a church. And the other party is Miles Sampa. Bora naipwa. Shukuru. Naipwa. Ilitumbuka. Yamana. Nyego rumara sibwede umalirati. Irumalirati sibwede. Tutola pani. Ndise tilipo. We are the ones who are there now. Let us also try. You know, when I was appointed yesterday as a member of Central Committee, there's a certain feeling. That's why these guys, they can't stop thinking. No, I've never seen a situation where I remember when we lost the election with President Arabi. I remember I was on the Coma Belt. I was the person who was moving and distributing money on the Coma Belt. Then I saw the mood. I told the President, Rupia Banda, Your Excellency, we have lost the power. You know, I was coming back in Kokonita. I slept in the house. I'm still believing in power. So, the feeling I was feeling, that's the same feeling I was feeling yesterday to be member of, just to be called the MCC. Very nice. Now it will be more worse when it will be leader of the opposition. It is the worst. Tatenga. Till 2026. So, to answer your question, I don't want to go much on that one because I don't want to be cited. The matters are in court. These are some of the evidences that we shall use. Remember, I told you that we are always 10 steps ahead. Always 10 steps ahead. I think they were at number 2. That's what you're 10 steps ahead. Not with the system. Let them leave HH out of this arrangement. HH is not PF. He's the President of the Republic of Zambia. And he should not be drawn into this cheap, paid matter. He's a credible man. He should not be brought into this matter. Let him concentrate on fixing the economy and reducing the living. So that the people of this country, that's what they're interested in. And the economic situations to be over. Thank you.
Okay, do we have any questions?
know, I think I'm not good enough. Sir, you haven't answered this question. My name is Fuman. Who was the convener of the meeting?
I told you, I think it was in public domain. I think I've not answered it. I said I'll answer it in a way that I cannot speak much on the matter because the matters are before court. And what I will speak here, I might preempt part of our evidence and that shall be used in court as part of the evidence. Thank you.
Okay. Do we have any more questions for the media? Okay.
There are no questions. There are no questions. Thank you very much. I'm so grateful. This was very good for your coming. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much.
Okay, so that marks the end of our first briefing. We cannot be upstanding as the member of parliament is us. And colleagues from the media, just can remain for some logistical. Thank you.